everyone, this is Susie, and I'm back with part 2 on the romance novel tutorial. I'm going to show you how to get the binding, on the canvas part on, and how to insert your pages. So anyway, this is pretty easy to do. It may look a little complicated, but it's really not. Now, if you want the measurements, you're going to have to go to part 1 and get them, because I didn't take the time to go through all the measurements again or write them down this time. So here is my canvas. I have cut it down to the cardstock. I've got it stuck on. And what I do is I just simply took some of this Distress Stain, and where my pages are going to kind of sit, and it's going to show that little bit of 1/8 inch hole there, I went ahead and daubed it with that stain. And here you can see I've got that stain. I've got this little gusset, or whatever you want to call this, right here, because I didn't go through and paper this all the way across. I just went ahead and just stained it, and then added my chipboard cover on to make it a little less time consuming. So that is what I done. Basically what I did was I got my covers ready to put on, and I've laid them. Of course, this isn't the way they're going, but I'm just going to kind of show you how I decided where to put the stain. So what I did was I just added my spine, and I kind of laid it in there. I kind of laid my covers where they were going to be, and I took a pencil and just kind of drew a little bit of a line. And then I just took this off my canvas, took my dauber stain, and just made a little wide stain. And you want to make sure that it's good and dry before you try to attach your covers to it. So you might leave it even overnight and then attach your covers the next day. But I've already embossed it. I've run it through my embossing machine, and I've already got it embossed. And it's ready to put the covers on. So this is what I chose for my front cover, and this will be the back cover. So it's just going to kind of, this is the front cover, the back cover. Now I've added a 1/2 inch sticky strip to my back cover on the side that will attach to the canvas, and on my front cover I added that 1/2 inch sticky strip that's going to attach to the canvas on this side. So front, back, and then here are my insides. Then I also added a 1/2 inch sticky strip on the very edge of my canvas, because what I want is I want it to stick really good, when I go to put it on. So then I took my spine, and I have just stuck it down real good with 1/2 inch sticky strip. Now you can use hot glue, maybe a craft glue, if you don't have sticky strip, would hold pretty good. But you want something that's really going to hold. So what I done after I've got my sticky strip on everything, I simply just lay it down. I eyeball this to make sure that I've got it going right kind of just in the center of my canvas. I don't really measure. I just kind of set it where I think center is. And if you're a little off, it's really not going to matter anyway. Nobody knows that but you, that it's just off just a little bit. So I lay both of my covers down where I want them to be, and I leave about an 1/8 inch gap in between the cover and the spine. So I've got this centered. Okay, and if you want to see if you're coming out really good, kind of even on both sides, you can kind of judge by just pulling these up a little bit and looking down here to kind of make sure you've got the same on both sides. So anyway, so I think that is probably pretty close to where I want that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take up my spine, and I'm going to take off the sticky strip here. So I'm going to peel this off, and I'm kind of stuck here to my knife. Okay. So I'm going to pull these 4 pieces off. And I really like things to be stuck. I mean, I don't know that you'd need 4 pieces, but I just like my stuff to be really good and stuck. I want it to last a long time. So here it goes. I'm going to kind of just set it down and press it down. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to peel off my piece here. And this is my back cover. And I'm going to pull this off here. Okay, and then I'm just going to make sure I even it up on top and bottom. I'm going to get my 1/8 inch little gap there. Okay, and I'm just going to stick it down real good. Okay, and it's going to kind of look like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Let's pull that off. Okay, and pull off the piece off the front cover. Oops, I got a little piece here. Okay, and I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day today. Okay, and I'm going to just lay that down with that about 1/8 inch there. Even my top and my bottom, and just press it down. Okay, so here is my book. I'm just going to kind of make it press. And you don't have to worry about the paper ripping, not with that canvas stuck on there. Your cardstock is not going to bend anywhere. I mean, it's going to look really nice. And there it is with the spine and the embossing. Okay, so now I always want to take and you want to take your edges there and kind of get that nice and if you want to, you know, kind of get those ends there where there's not going to be anything, because you're not going to really have a, and you can do that before you stick it on. That's probably what I should have done. I just didn't think about it. So just take it and kind of get it nice and inked up there where you're not going to have anything showing. Okay, or if you're using your stain. Okay, so then I've got my 4 pieces, and I didn't get them all embellished like I wanted to, but I did get them papered. So when I get the whole thing together, I'll do a video of it. This is the engraver paper, and I've got my inserts just how I want them to be attached in the book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first insert, which is your first 4 pages, and I'm going to peel off my sticky strip here. Okay, and on my X's that I have marked, I am going to stick that insert right in between those 1/4 inch lines that I've got. And you want to make sure that you're getting kind of even there. So just take your time when you're sticking it down. Don't get in a hurry. Just kind of press it. Okay, and there's your one insert. And then I chose the 2 halves for the next one on this one. So I'm just taking that sticky strip off. Okay. Take my sticky strip off here. Okay, this one is going on the bottom. This is the one I want on the bottom, so I'm just going to add it even there at the bottom. Okay, and get it lined up on my lines I made with my pencil. And here is my top one that I chose for the top. And I'm going to line it up at the top, and I'm going to leave that gap in the middle. So, okay. And that is why I chopped that off, so that they would not hit each other when you opened them. I wanted a gap there. So we've got the gap, and there's our next insert. Okay, then this is what I chose, and this is the 3 toilet paper rolls, and I've kind of got them held down so they won't flop on me when I go to put them in. So I'm going to take my sticky strip off. Okay. And I'm going to put it in the next place where there's an X. I'm only putting these where I've got the X, so that is why I have those X's there, so that I'll be sure and kind of get these stuck where they need to be. Okay, so I'm going to get that here. And I think I'm going to have to take these off a little bit now to get them stuck on. Okay. And it takes a minute to get them on, but that's okay. I mean, that's just part of doing your album and trying to be careful that you don't mess up. Just take a little time. Okay. And just, that looks good, so I'm going to press it down. Okay. And then there's my next insert. And there's my toilet paper rolls. Okay. And then here is my last insert. And like I said, I just got these papered. I really didn't have time to get them all embellished like I want to. I like to have them all embellished first before I stick them in. And then here's my last one with an X. And I'm just going to stick it in where the lines are. I mean where my X's are, in between the lines. Get it pressed in there. And there is my book. And this looks, here's my toilet paper rolls that just kind of looked hinged in there. Okay. And there's my 4 little half inserts there. And there is the, and there's the book. So then I can put my lace or whatever I want to decorate my cover with, or my spine. There it is. There's the book. So really, girls, it's that easy. I think sometimes things look harder than what they really are, but that's it. That easy. And so if you have any questions, just be sure and message me. I'll be glad to answer them for you. But anyway, I hope that helps you make your album. Thanks so much for watching.